Hello, hello, beautiful beings of light and love, neurodivergent family. All of us are one family. The sooner we get together on that, the sooner we can heal our collective wounds, and we can heal the collective wound of everything that is going on. Because what happens in the micro happens in the macro. I'm going to restart this video because that train's going to be really freaking loud. Or maybe not. Maybe we should just authentically roll with it. Let's try that. We'll see. So, that's a whole nother story. Those stories are going to be more, I really want to start up a YouTube channel that is more about deep diving into the issues that I bring up on here, and maybe take some notes and actually try and keep me on track. But that's going to take a whole new notebook and some more of my favorite pens, and and we all know that's, some people can just grab a notebook. I have to feel it. It has to be perfect for the topic at hand. So I'm going to have to try and wrap my mind around a journal that will encompass all the ideas that I want to discuss on the channel, so that I'm not getting one journal for one topic that's going to fill up maybe a couple pages. Change hands. Anyways, okay, so back on track. I just wanted to come on and talk. The last time I was on, I was talking about, or the last time or the time before, I don't know. Anyways, I was talking about burnout and how I had gone through some, kind of basic and not really super challenging emotional stressors, but they were for me because of my ADHD brain. And I never understood this before. I never understood why all of a sudden I would just be like a puddle and trying to navigate life like that. And I had been thinking, I'm like, how have I been a mama for so long and navigating that with, some stress and some, irritation and whatnot, but nothing that really brought me down. It was always external stuff. And I'm realizing more and more, and I've said this kind of from the beginning, kind of joking, but realizing that it's truth, that they are, as a collective, the 5 of them, and then I think individually too, parenting, being a mama to each one of these beings and watching them grow into who they are, that is a, thanks ADHD brain, always, that is a special interest for me, and that's why I excelled in that, because I wanted to know. I wasn't the mama that was oh, well, it worked for me as a kid, because nothing that happened when I was a kid would I ever wish upon my children. But I was always reading and talking to other parents and just, reflecting on does this resonate with me? Just deep diving into it. So being a mama, having kids, that is a huge special interest for me. So when I'm with them, like I was this last weekend, for those of you who don't know, I think most of you do know, I live in my car right now. which is kind of the only thing that saved me from an autistic, gave me, not saved me, but gave me space to have an autistic burnout this summer and heal. And, like, I'm still going through it, but it's getting easier, it's getting better. But so, like, I am allowed to have my kids. We're not going to go down that road. I'm not going to go in the past. I'm not. When I have my kids, I have them in a hotel room. Thanks to my amazing, gracious sisters. I'm not going to put their name on here, but they help me be able to afford having a hotel room with my kids, because right now with this autistic burnout and learning everything, I don't have money. I get money from donating plasma, and that's it, and food stamps. So anyways, the whole point is that I am like a million times better today because I got to dive into my special interests for 4 days and 3 nights. And I got to take them. We drove like a half hour. I live like in the greater Cincinnati area. So it was like, if you were like half hour that way, you weren't in totality. And if you drove like to the next town over this way, it was totality. So I kind of drove over to by where I kind of stay at night. We went to a park and watched it with a whole bunch of families, and it was just like, it fed me, like and I know that that's talked about with burnouts, and even with like coming back from meltdowns, which meltdowns for me are more like I just have to rest afterwards. I have to just like, I really need to just like cocoon myself if at all possible. But going through this burnout, I know that it's been talked about. I've read papers talking about how one of the things that really helps when you're in an autistic burnout is to dive into your special interests. It is a key part of our brain. And that kind of all is falling in line with time blindness and special interests and hyperfixation. All of it is falling in line with our expanded consciousness and where we're growing as a collective. So yesterday, with the massive solar flares and the solar eclipse, there's a lot of activations, and I'll talk more about that too, trying to weave these two together slowly and gently. But the autistic brain, the ADHD brain, the neurodivergent brain, and for all of the people out there that aren't diagnosed, that are without doubt neurodivergent, we're the ones that usher it in. And there's some quotes I'll try and put up from some great minds that say, those who are bringing about change are never liked. And that's just the way it is. So remember, wake up, you're brilliant, this world needs you. Message me if you'd like to start working together to unlock that beautiful brain of yours so that you can show the world how amazing neurodivergent people are. Until then, ta-ta, bye-bye.